Maybe next time I will sing, and maybe she'll get another horrible dress like she has on now.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 RuPaul's Drag Race scandals you completely forgot about.
I think that I have a great personality, actually.
For this list, we're looking at the most notable times this reality series or its contestants were embroiled in dramatic, surprising, or messy situations. Did any of these controversies leave you gagging? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, the first disqualification. The most tenured Drag Race fans likely remember where they were when they saw Willem infamously get dismissed from the competition. With her incredible runway looks and hilarious confessionals, the Queen was cementing herself as a Season 4 frontrunner.
I've done film, Sex and the City, District, Criminal Minds, and a show that was like a multi-story arc. I think I'm the skinniest one, yay! I'm a successful drag queen.
That all changed at the end of episode 8, after a legendary lip sync from the bottom 2. Tensions were high as they awaited their fate. In a moment of true drama, Ru called Willem's name for elimination instead.
Willem, I have to ask you to leave the competition immediately.
At the reunion, the reason given for the disqualification was Willem's secret visits from their partner, which were forbidden.
You were receiving conjugal visit from your husband, and unfortunately, that was a violation of the rules.
Visiting makes it sound like we were visiting and there wasn't no talking.
But during a Twitter exchange with Leslie Jones, the Queen painted a more complex picture, alleging poor working conditions and mistreatment by producers. Number 9, Astina's mental health struggles. It's impossible to know how intense being a Drag Race contestant is without experiencing it firsthand. The closest we'll probably get is seeing Astina Mandela's shocking elimination during the second season of Drag Race UK. She slayed from the beginning and quickly became a fan favorite.
Congratulations, you are the winner of this week's challenge.
However, a lackluster showing during the Who Wore It Best runway meant that she was doomed to lip sync for her life. Later on, Astina revealed that she had stormed off the set the week before and was struggling as filming for episode 3 unfolded.
Everything about me just broke down into tears, and I was angry, and then I went for like the 5 stages of grief. And so like I carried that on into like the next episode.
Citing alienation from her family and the overbearing production demands, she acknowledged that her mental health was in crisis at the time. Her story serves as a great reminder to always prioritize your well-being.
I'm so privileged to have been on this ride, and I will cherish this for the rest of my life.
Number 8, trans participation. Drag daringly explores and deconstructs gender norms. Drag Race is a big deal for LGBTQ+ people, but for trans members of that community, it has sometimes left a lot to be desired.
I think it's unfair to hold certain people back just based on their gender expression, whether they're trans or cis, or something that's not yet expressed.
In 2018, RuPaul was asked about including non-men in the competition and essentially shut the idea down.
He said, in part, the following: drag loses its sense of danger and its sense of irony once it's not men doing it, because at its core, it's a social statement and a big FU to male-dominated culture.
The Queen acknowledged a trans contestant who was on the show, but emphasized that she appeared pre-operation. A flurry of statements condemning the remarks soon followed. Ru eventually expressed regret over the situation, but this wasn't the first time she made problematic comments. Former contestant Carmen Carrera has called the host and show out for using transphobic slurs in the past. Drag Race has gone on to feature openly transgender contestants.
Every Willow look is a different story, and this girl just wants money and jewelry and hot dogs.
Number 7, Delta Work's lack of recognition. Behind every gorgeous drag competition host stands a talented glam squad. In 2017, Season 3 contestant Delta Work, who goes by Gabrielle Villarreal out of drag, was recruited to manage her luscious locks.
Do you cross-dress for less?
I cross-dress for more, because I got more to cover.
Okay.
And Delta repeatedly proved the stellar quality of her work. In fact, she won a Primetime Emmy for her Season 10 contributions in 2018. But should it have been 2? The Queen has expressed disdain for how she was treated during the following award season. She claimed that the production company removed her from the nominations due to issues they had with her. The tea went unnoticed by some with this one, but the fact remains that queens should be recognized for their work.
My biggest weakness is my lack of ability to always see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Number 6, RuPaul versus Pearl. RuPaul RuPaul is a fixture in the drag community, and we imagine she's quite an intimidating presence. But Pearl looked fear in the eye and spoke words that now live in infamy.
There's something on my face.
This line was followed by an awkward staring contest with Mama Ru, who was pushing her to show more energy to the judges. Fans hotly debated whether or not Pearl was as apathetic as she seemed, and wondered what exactly was going on. This moment lived on as an emblem of the two queens' feud. For Pearl, what started as an opportunity to meet her hero became a sobering dose of reality.
I'm just over this bullshit.
During an interview, she essentially claimed that RuPaul was there to make good television and nothing more.
I think, for me, I thought the only way that I could go on Drag Race and win was to become best friends with the judges somehow, or build some kind of relationship with them.
Right.
Number 5, Manila Luzon's period dress drama. The core premise of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars is one of redemption. We get a chance to see our favorite queens grace our screens once again, and they often come back better than ever.
This time is going to be different.
Manila Luzon revealed that during All-Stars 4, she had been explicitly told not to wear a dress inspired by a menstrual pad. Luzon had hoped that it would normalize periods, but RuPaul apparently thought it was, quote, in bad taste. The ensemble she donned instead was gorgeous, no doubt, but arguably didn't make the same statement.
Cruella de Vil meets Reese Witherspoon.
Drag artists are transgressive voices in the spaces they occupy, and the world of television is no different.
Let's show these bitches how we do it.
Manila subsequently shared the look on Instagram, rekindling the discourse surrounding the show's treatment of women. Number 4. Poor set conditions. To the casual viewer, RuPaul's Drag Race may seem like a glamorous chance to have fun, participate in exciting challenges, and don sickening looks.
I feel like I'm really living for what I'm serving. I love it.
But there's more to it than that. Queens put up with more than a few bumps and bruises to win the crown. Former contestants like Willem have alleged low food budgets, emotional manipulation by producers, and racial discrimination. That's saying nothing of the physical risks that come with competing. Eureka O'Hara tore their ACL during a cheerleading challenge in season 9 and had to leave the show.
You need time to heal. And in good conscience, I cannot allow you to continue in the competition.
Although this accident could have ruined their career, Eureka thankfully recovered and competed in the following season. Here's hoping these incidents are all in the past and that safety will remain top of mind.
Drag is not a contact sport.
Number 3, the fracking. If you thought RuPaul herself is immune to messiness, you would be sadly mistaken. In 2020, the head queen herself shared that he and his husband lease mineral rights to their Wyoming ranch to oil companies.
Give us toxic shock.
It wasn't long before everyone started talking about the fact that RuPaul was seemingly allowing fracking to occur on his property. Given the rising threat posed by climate change and the practice's negative effects on the environment, people were concerned.
Did you see that article from Instinct magazine?
Oh, the fracking?
No, not that.
Oh.
Others claimed that the couple didn't really have a say in the matter. Either way, the memes persisted, viral videos were made, and over time, the scandal just kind of faded into obscurity.
I don't want to hear any goddamn excuses anymore.
Number 2, Tyra Sanchez's many controversies. Dubbed by RuPaul as the other Tyra, this season 2 winner captured much of what we love about old school drag. Impeccable looks, powerful stage presence, and shade for days.
I came in, I had my Rihanna hair on, my body was right, breasts were right, makeup was right, everything was on point. I was very much a lady.
But a few years after being crowned, the contestant came under fire for insensitive comments made on Twitter. As if that weren't enough, Tyra also posted a fake obituary for former castmate Morgan McMichaels. The final strike was an ominous Facebook post that seemingly alluded to a violent event taking place at DragCon 2018. Luckily, that was also a hoax.
I think you need manners, girl.
Just because when you give me a compliment, I don't give you one back, doesn't mean I don't have manners.
The next year, Sanchez posted a broad apology taking some ownership for their actions.
I like trying my hardest to be perfect.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Sherry Pie's catfishing. After numerous seasons of explosive arguments, crown stealing, and fierce competition, one would assume they had seen it all. However, there was one contestant on season 12 who was disqualified after production had wrapped, with only the finale still not filmed. New York City's Sherry Pie was thought to be a frontrunner, with her campy aesthetic and compelling stage presence.
I would say that my drag style is like classic camp and a little glamour and a tiny peppering of like referential gay culture just baked all together to create Sherry Pie.
But when the cast was officially announced, several people came forward to allege that Sherry, aka Joey Guglielmelli, had deceived them by impersonating a casting director.
There are no allegations. You know, I've admit to my wrongdoings and my just beyond wrongdoings, just horrible behavior.
In response, Drag Race's production company retconned the entirety of season 12 by editing her out as much as possible. For the most part, fans seem to agree that this was the right move.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.